Greetings everyone, my name is Dr. Ketan Barjatya and today we will be discussing phyllodes tumor, also known as cystosarcoma phyllodes. Now let's study the background of phyllodes tumor. The current name phyllodes tumor is correct, however it was previously known as cystosarcoma phyllodes. It has been derived from Greek, which means kystis, sarcoma, and phylloin. The kystis means sac or bladder, sarcoma means fleshy tumor, and phyllodes denotes leaf. It's a rare tumor. It's the most common benign tumor, and it is exclusively seen in female breast. Grossly, it's a large tumor having a malignant sarcomatous component. On section, it has a leaf-like appearance. On histology, we could see epithelial and cyst-like spaces. Let's understand the pathophysiology and etiology of phyllodes tumor. The phyllodes tumor is the most commonly occurring non-epithelial neoplasm of breast. It accounts for 1% of tumors in the breast. It's a smooth, sharply demarcated tumor and it's typically freely movable. Usually it's large and the average size of phyllodes tumor is 5 cm. However, lesions larger than 30 centimeters have also been reported. The etiology of phyllodes tumor is unknown. The 85 to 95% of phyllodes tumors are benign and approximately only 10 to 15% are malignant. However, the pathological appearance of phyllodes tumor not equal to the neoplasm's clinical behavior. What does it mean? That means a phyllodes tumor may appear benign on pathological appearance, however, it's malignant clinically. Let's start with benign phyllodes tumors and malignant phyllodes tumor. The benign phyllodes tumor do not metastasize and grows aggressively. However, local recurrence is known. However, malignant phyllodes tumor metastasize hematogenously, and when it's metastasized, it may metastasize to lungs, skeleton, heart, and liver. However, after a metastasis, there is no cure. Most patients having metastasis, that accounts to approximately one third of patients, die within 3 years of initial treatment. How does a phyllodes tumor present? Usually, a patient coming with phyllodes tumor has a history of initially a small mass. However, the small mass has a very rapid growth and within a few weeks it converts to a large mass. In rare case, there may be involvement of nipple areolar complex and ulceration of skin. Metastasis, if present, may result in features like dyspnea, fatigue, and bone pain. On physical examination, one may notice a firm, mobile, and a well circumscribed mass, which on palpation is non tender. The left breast is usually more commonly involved than right breast, and the overlying skin may have a shiny appearance. Sometimes the skin may be translucent, underlying, and due to which underlying breast veins may be visible. A very large phyllodes tumor may even erode the skin, and when it erodes the skin, it leads to an external fungating breast mass. So, here is an image of phyllodes tumor. As you can see, it has a translucent skin, and you could even see certain dilated veins over here or veins present. The differential diagnosis by considering the diagnosis of phyllodes tumor: angiosarcoma of breast cancer, juvenile fibroadenoma, giant fibroadenoma, and an inflammatory carcinoma. How are we going to work up a patient presenting to us with phyllodes tumor? It's important to know that we don't require any laboratory studies. However, one particular value is CD10. The CD10 has been used to suggest distant metastasis. Do we need imaging studies? The imaging studies are used. However, often they are not diagnostic. We could use a mammography or an ultrasonography, or use we could even use an MRI. However, the role of MRI is slightly controversial. Now it is important to know that we could use mammography or ultrasonography, but these techniques are not very reliable. It's difficult to differentiate a benign phyllodes tumor versus a malignant phyllodes tumor versus a fibroadenoma on this mammographical appearance or a sonographical appearance. As a phyllodes tumor on mammography is a round density with smooth borders, which is very similar to that of fibroadenoma. However, the definitive methods of diagnosis is biopsy. One could do an open excisional biopsy for small lesions or for large lesions incisional biopsy. The fine needle aspiration cytology is most of the times inadequate for diagnosis of phyllodes tumor. One could even use core biopsies. How are you going to treat a phyllodes tumor? Usually a phyllodes tumor in most of the cases is treated with wide local excision. It is important to know that a ream of normal tissue has also need to be included, and usually we take a margin of 2 centimeters for small tumors, whereas a margin of 5 centimeters for large tumors greater than 5 centimeters. Mastectomy could be done, however, mastectomies are only reserved for large tumors. We could do a total mastectomy with or without reconstruction. It is a good alternative choice. However, axillary lymph node dissection is only done in case of clinically suspicious nodes. After doing the surgery, it is important to know to note for complications like infections, seroma formations, or recurrence at local or distant sites. It's also important to know how do we long-term monitor a patient of phyllodes tumor after the treatment. We should ask the patient to visit 1 to 2 weeks after surgery to detect the complications, as we have discussed about infections or seroma. It's also important to know that the physical examination is very important every 6 months. And we should also advise the patient to undergo annual mammographical examination for 5 years. As we have already discussed, there may be chances of local recurrence. The prognosis of benign tumor is excellent after a local excision. However, in case there is a recurrence, it's advisable to go for further local excision or a total mastectomy.